Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Adham the Storyteller. This is story about the miser and his gold. There once was an old miser who lived in a house with a garden. The old miser used to hide all his gold coins under stones in his garden. Every night, before he went to bed, the miser went out into his garden to count his coins. He continued the same routine every day, but he never spent a single golden coin. One day, a thief saw the old miser hiding his coins. Once the old miser went back into his house, the thief went to the hiding place and took all the gold. The following day, as the old man came out to count his coins, he found it was gone and started wailing loudly. His neighbor heard the cries and came running, asking what had happened. Upon learning what had occurred, the neighbor asked, "Why didn't you just save the money inside your house where it would have been safe?" The neighbor continued, "Having it inside the house would make it easier to access when you need to buy something." "Buy something," answered the miser. "I was never going to spend my gold." When hearing this, the neighbor picked up a stone and threw it. Then, he said, "If that's the case, then save the stone. It's as worthless as the gold you have lost." The moral of the story is, a possession is as important as what it's used for. This is story about the dog at the well. A mother dog and her pups lived on a farm. On the farm, there was a well. The mother dog always told her pups never to go near or play around it. One day, one of the pups was overcome by curiosity and wondered why they weren't allowed to go near the well. So, he decided he wanted to explore it. He went down to the well and climbed up the wall to peek inside. In the well, he saw his reflection in the water but thought it was another dog. The little pup got angry when his reflection was imitating him, so he decided to fight it. The little pup jumped into the well, only to find there was no dog. He began to bark and bark until the farmer came to rescue him. The pup had learned his lesson and never went back to the well again. The moral of the story is, always listen to what elders say and don't defy them. This is story about controlling anger. Once, there was a young boy. This boy had problems controlling his anger. When he got angry, he would say the first thing that came to mind, even if it affected people. One day, his father gifted him a hammer and a bundle of nails, then said, "Whenever you get mad, hammer a nail into the backyard fence." In the first days, the boy used up half of the nails. Over the next weeks, he used up fewer nails, until his temper was under control. Then, his father asked the young boy to remove a nail for each day he didn't lose his temper. On the day when the boy removed his last nail, his father told him, "You have done good, boy. But can you see the holes in the wall? The fence is never going to be the same." Likewise, when you say mean things in anger, you leave a scar. The moral of the story is, anger is like a knife, one of the most dangerous weapons. When you use it, the wounds will heal, but the scars remain. This is story about the leap at Rhodes. Once, there was a man who visited foreign lands. When he returned, all he could talk about was the wonderful adventures he had and the great deeds he had done. One of the feats he told was about a leap he made in a city called Rhodes. The leap was so great, the man said, "No other man can make such a leap. Many persons in Rhodes saw me and can prove I am telling the truth." "No need for witnesses," said one who was listening. "Suppose that this city is Rhodes. Now show how far you can jump." The moral of the story is, it's the deeds that count, not the boasting words. This is story about the wolf and the sheep. A wolf had gotten seriously hurt during a fight with a bear. He wasn't able to move, and so could not satisfy his thirst or hunger. One day, a sheep passed by his hiding place, and so the wolf decided to call out to him. "Please fetch me some water," said the wolf. "That might give me some strength to get some solid food." "Solid food," the sheep said. "I suppose that means me. If I brought you something to drink, it would merely be to wash me down. Don't speak to me about fetching a drink." The moral of the story is, a person's ulterior motives are easy to spot if someone is paying attention. If you like my story narration, please subscribe and share the videos to everyone.